Hey guys, this is Max Headspace 9mm, and I got a question for you. Have you ever wanted to be a really good pistol shooter? I mean an awesome dead-eye pistol shooter? A blow your friends away at the range kind of pistol shooter where they can't believe how accurate you are? Well, I can show you how to do that. The truth of the matter is, shooting a pistol accurately is not that hard if you follow some basic training. So over the next few weeks, I'm going to be uploading some practices that you can do at home that will make you an awesome pistol shooter. The more you practice, the better you'll be. And the good news is you don't have to spend a penny to do any of this. This is absolutely free. You do it in your home. You don't have to use any ammunition whatsoever. And these practices, when you go to the range next time after doing this, will blow your mind as far as how accurate you can be. Now, how accurate am I talking about? Well, that dot right there, at 25 feet, I will teach you how to hit that dot every single time you shoot. You will make a ragged hole out of that dot. So are you interested in that? All right, I'm going to show you how to do it right here on Max Headspace 9mm. So the first thing I want to talk about is equipment. You don't have to have the best pistol in the world. You don't have to have some kind of a Target Master 2000 Zingamabob pistol. A basic, effective, reliable handgun is good enough. What I have, and it's not anything fancy, it's just a basic Glock 26, is good enough. Something that will be reasonably accurate. It doesn't have to be incredibly accurate. But if you really want to spend the money, you can have a really fancy pistol and it'll be a little bit more accurate. But the most important thing in accuracy is you. You have to have the ability to see well, see your target, line up your sights. We're going to talk about grip mechanics, mechanics of the trigger. We're going to talk about how to use the trigger. We're going to talk about how to hold still, which is actually remarkably difficult until you learn how. We're going to talk about stance. And we're going to talk about sight alignment. All these things are critical. And there are practices that you can do at home every day that will give you the ability to shoot phenomenally well. So, this gun has been cleared. I'm not going to waste your time with that. We're going to start this week with proper grip. Very, very critical. A lot of people think they know how to shoot and they're using a poor grip. You have to grip the gun properly if you're going to shoot accurately. Now, this gun has a very small stubby grip, so it's a little more tricky. But to be honest with you, it's not hard at all once you have proper grip. It'll apply to any gun you shoot, no matter what kind of grip it has. People complain sometimes. They say, Glocks don't fit my hand. Well, if you use proper grip mechanics, any gun will fit your hand. So, what you do is you want the gun to be in the web of your hand. You want the web of your hand to be as high up under the slide as you possibly can. You don't want the slide to bite you, but you also want your hand to be right up underneath that slide. So many people hold the gun down here. That's terrible grip mechanics. It is not going to give you the best amount of accuracy and recoil handling that you can get. So, first, grip the gun up high. As long as it's below the slide, it's okay. And this, surprisingly, is something you should practice. Gripping the gun properly at home. Always make sure the gun is unloaded and then run it through its paces. Grip the gun, set it down, pick it up. Grip the gun, set it down, pick it up. Grip the gun. Get used to picking the gun up properly and holding it properly time after time after time. I know this sounds kind of crazy, but seriously, it is worth practicing. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to squeeze the grip the proper way. Now what I mean by that is you have two hands on this gun. These two hands are doing two very different things. This hand is squeezing the grip from the heel of the hand all the way up to here. So I am pushing in this direction with my fingers and squeezing front to back with my trigger hand, my right hand, because I'm right-handed. If I had a pinky, a longer grip on there, my pinky would be doing the same thing, but it doesn't have that much power, so it's not really needed. So you're squeezing the grip this way. And to be honest with you, one of the best things you can do in practicing a grip squeeze is you need to isolate these muscles that are squeezing the grip from this muscle that is going to pull the trigger. And by doing this exercise, you will be able to have your trigger finger have maximum sensitivity, okay? So now, the next thing is this hand, the support hand. The heel of this hand is going to make contact with the grip right here. That one spot of the grip that is still available for purchase needs to have the heel of this hand making contact with that. You wrap your fingers around the other fingers, and this hand is squeezing side to side. So remember, this hand, if you're right-handed, like me, you're squeezing front to back, like that, right into the heel of your hand. The other hand is squeezing the other way, side to side, against the heel of the hand this way. So you've got this grip trapped front to back and side to side with the web of your hand right up underneath the slide. That is the way guns are designed to be held. And practicing that at home in an unloaded firearm is well worth your time. Definitely do that, and you will find that that is one thing that helps more than almost anything else you can do. Grip mechanics are vitally crucial. Now, you definitely want your thumbs lining up together. Some people like to do this, and that's fine. If you like to hook your finger on that trigger, that's perfectly fine. It's not really necessary, not for me anyway, and a lot of professional shooters don't do that. But if that makes you more comfortable, they do put texture on most of those things so that you can. Now, here's the thing. Here's an exercise that you can do. You grip the gun and get your proper grip mechanics going on here. Now, what I want you to do, once you have this, get in your proper shooting position, line up your sights, and I want you to squeeze this gun as tightly as you possibly can with both hands. Squeeze with your trigger hand, your right hand if you're right-handed, front to back, your support hand side to side, lining up your sights with your eye, and squeeze tighter and tighter and tighter until the gun is literally shaking in your hands. You're squeezing this thing so tight you feel like you're going to crush it. Now watch, your muscles are jittery. They're kind of so tense that you're literally shaking. Now back off your grip just a little bit until you stop shaking. Until you get completely used to holding a pistol, that is where you want to be. As tight as you could possibly get it, and then back off until you stop shaking. That is how you learn good grip mechanics. Notice how all my fingers are literally sitting in the groove between the fingers. This is kind of like gripping a golf club. And the reason why you do that is because you want maximum purchase. You don't want any air space for slop. This is as tight as it gets. And by gripping the gun super tight until you actually are shaking, and then relax just enough so you realize how tight you can actually hold this thing without shaking, you get used to holding this very, very tight. Then you will find that when you are target shooting, there will not be the muzzle flip that you're used to. One of the problems with a lot of guns that are semi-automatic, even Glocks, which are legendary for their reliability, is the fact that even these guns can malfunction if you limp wrist. And a lot of newcomers to gun shooting can limp wrist these things. So as a result, by practicing that grip technique, you will learn how to not limp wrist at all. And this thing, instead of doing this with each shot, is just going to go back and forth. It's not going to kick up at all. You have the ability, even a person of very moderate strength, to hold this gun absolutely dead on and keep it from recoiling too much. All right, tune in next week and we're going to talk about the sights on your gun and how that you can line up the sights and hit that target. This is Max Head Space 9mm saying, have a good one.